It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. It's the best time to trade in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV with the room to haul your payload or playload. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
Get ready for the time of your life at Circa Resort and Casino, Las Vegas's newest destination for fun, featuring the world's biggest poolside tailgate party with 3 levels of action, 6 pools, and a 143-foot screen. The fun is always on deck with all the games all year long. Stadium Swim, located in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Book the time of your life today at circalasvegas.com.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live from BroncoNationNews.com is presented by rowpaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. All Bronco Nation news broadcasts come from the Western Collective Studios. Head down to Western Collective's locations in Garden City or downtown Boise to try some of their delicious beers, including the Horseshoe Golden Ale, the first beer to support an NIL collective. Now, here's 4-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Hey, how we doing, Bronco Nation? Welcome on into a live edition of Bronco Nation News Live here at BroncoNationNews.com. My name is BJ Rains. It's a Thursday edition, and that means we got our man John Mallory, host of Prater in the Ball Game. You can hear him weekdays 3 to 6. KTIK The Ticket. He's down there in the rowpaint.com studios. Got his Ash and Genty jersey on for tonight's game. We got the scrimmage to talk about. We got Genty. A lot going on. Johnny, how we doing, man?
Doing really well. Thanks for having me, as always, every Thursday. Hope Bronco Nation is up and at 'em and ready to go on, Thursday, August 7th, and got some football to talk about today, that's for sure, man.
Yes, we do. And should we clarify, Johnny, before we go any further, that you did not actually get a parking ticket?
I didn't get a parking ticket. No, I don't know why people care, but I didn't get a parking ticket. It was a simple misunderstanding. You should not have turned your camera over there and caught that whole thing. I did not know you were doing that. That's a violation of privacy, BJ.
Yeah, I guess your license plate and everything. I should have been a little more careful with that. My bad, man. I apologize. But
thank you. Thank you.
All good. But yeah, you can stop asking about it. Johnny did not get a parking ticket. All good. We got Graham watching from Palmdale, California this morning. We got folks saying, Jim, good morning. So yeah, appreciate everybody checking in. Deborah, appreciate you as well. So thank you everybody for tuning in on a Thursday. It is Bronco Nation News Live. And again, Thursday is presented by Jackson's. Johnny, we are pleased to announce that Jackson's is going to be stepping up their NIL game even further. And we have a deal with Boise State and the Riley and Ridge Show and Jackson's. So we'll be getting some current players over at the James throughout the season for the Riley and Ridge Show, and they'll be getting compensated by Jackson's for doing that. So we're going to have some, it's going to be a cool deal to get some current players over at Riley and Ridge Show at the James, and that's courtesy of Jackson's. So make sure you get over to Jackson's and support them. Johnny, did you know this is the 50th anniversary of Jackson's this week?
Yeah, I go to Jackson's every single day. I got a ton of points on my app right now. Yep. I got some serious food options there, BJ. But yeah, they're like selling stuff for 50 cents every single day. So I've been taking advantage. Take advantage, man. Take advantage.
They have the Starburst regular size. So if you like Starburst, you can get a regular size Starburst today for 50 cents. You can also get the Jackson's Lighter for 50 cents. They have a Monster Java for the 15 ounce for 50 cents and the Core Water 1 liter Core Water for just 50 cents. And then tomorrow's the big day, Johnny. All the alcohol goes on sale tomorrow. Some huge sales tomorrow on Friday to wrap up their week of the 50th anniversary for Coors Light, Bud Light, Twisted Tea, Mick Ultra, Modelo. Make sure you hit up Jackson's, our friends over there, and we appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News. The 50th anniversary. Congratulations to Jackson's. We are going to talk a lot about the scrimmage today, Johnny, and about what we want to hear afterwards from Spencer Danielson. We do have a quote, a poll, I guess you can say, with some options up there on the YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead now and get your poll answer in there. And basically, it's what position you're most interested to hear about at the scrimmage today. Running backs, receivers, defensive line, special teams were the 4 that I threw up there, and we'll get to that a little bit later in the show. But Johnny, Deborah Grant is stoked for the game tonight. Can't wait to see Deuce. Adam Freeland, happy Deuce Day. So folks are excited. You've got the jersey on. The NFL debut, unofficially, preseason debut tonight, expected for Ashton Jeanty, and cool enough for you and a lot of fans around here that it's up in Seattle.
It's on television, too, for fans around here. Shout out to Channel 6. They carry, I believe, Seahawk preseason football, and as part of a Seahawk broadcasting market, which I believe Boise is in for the preseason. So you guys are all going to get to see this 8 p.m. tonight in Seattle. If you're not in Boise, it's on NFL Network, also national TV there. So if you have it or know someone who has it, you can watch it. It's really weird. There's this buzz flying around the NFL that coaches now have a different philosophy on preseason games. They want to use the live game reps, and they're even willing slightly to risk some potential injury. I think it was Fields yesterday for the New York Jets, the quarterback. Justin Fields, he said, I hope we play all 3 preseason games. We need it. I don't think that's going to be the case with Jeanty, but if I had to bet money if he'll have a carry or not tonight, I would say yes, he will. I think he'll have a carry tonight. I don't think it's because Pete's returning to Seattle and he wants to stick it to him and he's going to hammer Jeanty for 10 carries in the first half. That would be pretty sweet. I'll tell you this, though. If he gets 5 to 6 carries, I think he's going to pop one. It's just watching him so much. It's just there's only so much you can do before he does get away. He's healthy. I really want to see him run. It's hard to imagine. We have not seen a ball in his hands since the Fiesta Bowl. And now it's got an NFL logo on it. I believe they'll wear their white jerseys tonight, I would imagine. So he's going to become an NFL football player legit tonight. Preseason game. Can't wait to see it. I hope he plays. If he doesn't, buzzkill, but it'll still be cool optics that football is back. But let's hope he gets a couple of carries and obviously, knock on wood, stays healthy.
19 is his over-under for yards tonight. 19 yards.
That's tough. It just depends on the carries. God, if Pete said I'm leaving, he's going to need what for 19? You're thinking
3, 4,
5 carries?
Yeah,
that's 5 yards a carry, essentially. 4 yards a carry on 5 carries.
See him getting a 7 or 8 yarder in there. 3 or 4 carries probably.
Yeah, but he just needs to burst 1, 2. That's a tough one. Over under 19.5. I like his over under for the season. Just over 1,000 yards rushing. I think if he stays healthy, that's a gimme.
Yeah, Robbie Robinson saying over. Adam Freeland likes over as well. Deborah's been watching Ashton in the practices. Says he looks in prime condition. Hayden also says I'm hammering the over tonight for Hayden. So folks,
guys, I just don't know if he's going to touch the ball enough. I hope you're right on that. Don't lay too much on it because there's kind of the world of unknown on that. What if he? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to create any scenarios, but he could have 3 carries for 14 yards. That's probably what I would say, some type of thing. But again, it's Ashton Jeanty. He's one of the best running backs I've ever seen. So
as Pete Carroll said, is it one drive, 1 quarter? As Pete Carroll said, what the starters are going to get tonight?
No, that's why we don't know. He hasn't said. If he said 1 full drive, I'd probably roll the dice and bet that Deuce is going to pop 1, 2 of at least 15 to 20. Absolutely. If he's
they ain't
out
taking
there,
him out on the drive. If he starts the drive, he's going to finish the drive. It's more about if he gets one drive and they go 3 and out, or is it the whole first quarter, or what is it? But
agreed.
Geno Smith also going back to Seattle, right?
Who?
Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, their return to Seattle tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be fun too. It'll be weird seeing Pete run around on the visiting sideline. It's weird right now. I mean, the Seahawks are playing tonight. I'm wearing an Ashton Jeanty visiting team jersey. Like,
has that ever happened before?
Right, never, man. But this is preseason, and I want to see Deuce have a good debut. I wouldn't do this in the regular season. Luckily, they don't play. But also throw in for Boise State fans the George Holani factor. I expect George Holani to have more rushing yards than Ashton Jeanty tonight.
Ooh.
If anybody wants to take that bet, you'd think Holani's going to get a lot of action in the second half. Deuce might play a drive unless he's going to pop one big. George Holani might have a shot to have more rushing yards, but that's just going to be really cool. And cool for our guy, Henry Organ, their agent. I mean, what a night this is for Henry. Both of his guys, 2 of his running backs, are playing against each other in preseason. I can guarantee you he's there tonight for this game. But yeah, Jeanty versus Holani. That's cool, man. This is going to be a fun little Thursday night for NFL preseason. There's a couple of other games flying around. BJ, I mean, I could get up and do a dance right here in the rowpaint.com studio very easily right now with the NAD pumpage I have with NFL preseason football. By the way, the line, the Raiders, I think, are like 4-point favorites tonight. That's kind of odd. That's kind of a high line for a visiting team in preseason. Like, anyway, not that we're touching it or anything. If you bet on preseason games, that's on you. If you know something, but
hey, I'm putting you full screen here. Folks want to see the dance, so go right ahead.
No, we're not dancing, guys. I look at that Max Rice jersey right behind me there. That's
Give
solid.
us a couple
right?
seconds here. Come on, man.
You want? I mean, like, what's the
preseason dance?
You know, it's hard to dance without any music too. I don't have a beat, guys.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to edit that, and that's going to be part of the new intro that I make moving forward here for BNN. We're going to have Johnny dancing as part of the intro. But
does BJ is it exploitation now? What BJ's doing with the ball game content I'm giving him? I mean, is it? I mean, what is that? I mean, come on here, PJ. But yeah, it's going to be fun, man.
Mark Gonzalez also said he's taking the over tonight. So a lot of folks are.
Yardage. I thought he meant the game, the total score. I'm like, what? Okay, yeah, got it.
A lot of folks saying week 1. Let's see here. Week 1, hammering the over versus the Pats. I mean, I don't know if it's Ben's talking about Jeanty's rushing yards in week 1. I saw he was like minus 110 or something to score a touchdown. Ashton Jeanty, the starting running back, getting 1 touchdown in week 1. Like, I mean, that has to be a.
I mean, if they score, Ashton's going to have what? 50-60% of the Raiders total teeters this year, I would ask, like most starting running backs get on high output offense teams. You get a lot of those touchdowns. I mean, Marshawn Lynch led the NFL in rushing touchdowns one year with Pete Carroll. So if that's any indication, I think Ashton will get a touchdown week 1. I don't love the Patriots. I like them way better than I did last year, but I just think Ashton Jeanty week 1, I think it's going to be a big, big day. Well over 100, a couple of teeters, and everyone's going to say, okay, we got a serious issue here. I'm hammering week 1. I like that bet, man. I like that bet.
We saw his week 1 in college last year, 6 touchdowns to debut on the scene. So maybe he has
just rare. Who was I talking about with on this? The NFL defenses. Like it's hard, it's crazy to say, but like from a scheme standpoint, it's going to get easier for Ashton because he's not the entire freaking focal point of everything, so much to the point where they can't even operate a screen pass, not just because of the line, but because everybody's already fixated on him. They're going to sniff it out. Like, and Ashton's going to look at some of this and he's going to be like, what? They're playing him straight up again. The last time he got played straight up was in Greensboro, Georgia, for week 1 last year. After that, it was like, okay.
Statesboro.
All right.
Statesboro, Georgia.
What did I say? Greensboro? Oh, that's where we were last week. Statesboro, or last month, Georgia, right? That was the last time he got played straight up, man. So, yeah, I think NFL week 1, and I think there's going to be a grace period where defensive coordinators are going to say, okay, shucks. All right, we just got to we got to do this now, whatever it is, to not let him just simply destroy us if that is the case. But yeah, I like the over there too. And from that standpoint, yeah, I think Ashton Genty, it's going to be nice for him to actually see defenses that don't have 8-9 stacked simply against him on every play, certainly rushing downs.
Scott says you got moves ball game. And by the way, it's called the Truffle Shuffle, you goonie.
No, that's not the Truffle Shuffle. That was the Chris Farley Chippendales that I did. The Truffle Shuffle is Chunk from Goonies. That's when you lift the shirt up. BJ should do the Truffle Shuffle. He'll give you something there.
I don't have enough subscribers to even consider that happening. Not anytime soon.
The Truffle Shuffle.
Hey, by the way, Johnny, a couple of comments on the hat here. Our man, Kerry Pruitt, Western Collective, he's got a little project going on where he's selling some college football gear. And, hey, Tutty FB is the website. Touchdowns Deserve Style, lifestyle for the legendary. And they got all kinds of college editions and colors and things. So if you like the Tutty hat here, they have the rope hats. They have all kinds of options. Go support a local guy here, Kerry Pruitt, Western Collective. tuttyfootball.com. You can get on there and check that out. But yeah, appreciate him sending me the hat, and I said I'd give him a plug. So tuttyfb.com if you want to get all your college gear. But Johnny, I know Khalil Shakir, we'll stay on the NFL for a second here and then get to the scrimmage. I know Khalil Shakir, the injury, that's not ideal. We saw Ahmed Hassanin make a very strong impression in his debut game. What else Boise State related? I know you guys are all over it as good as anybody. Obviously, the Kellen Moore story. I mean, you guys are talking more quarterback room for the New Orleans Saints than the media in New Orleans is talking about the quarterback room for the New Orleans Saints. I know more about that than I ever thought I would. But what else NFL Boise State related has caught your eye through camp so far?
Prater pointed out to me yesterday during a commercial break that like Avery Williams is kind of MIA in Philly, and the Birds play tonight. They host the Bengals. That's one of the 3 games on NFL for preseason. It's not on television, but NFL Network will re-air it. But we saw that like Prater said that he wasn't even listed on the kick return depth chart. So kind of worried about the career of Avery Williams, one of Boise State's favorites and one of the only consensus All-Americans in program history. Hopefully Avery Williams can do some type of buzz in preseason. I don't know if he's going to play or not because, like I said, felt like he was MIA a little bit there. Sucks for Shaq, man. Luckily for Shaq, everything's in place. All this injury does is it puts him in the training room a ton, and he's going to be sore, but he'll still be ready. But it's like 4 to 6 weeks, man, those high ankle sprains. And those are things like they say, don't say you can be back in 3.5 weeks. Don't cut it short because then you could be just prolonging it worse. And then it's going to get you the whole year. I think this is what Chris Marshall had last year, BJ. I'm not 100% certain though, but Khalil Shakir will be ready week 1, but yeah, you won't see him much in the preseason. They already announced too, Buffalo, they're not playing Josh Allen preseason week 1. So really no need for Khalil Shakir to even play in that game anyway. Another name that's getting buzz, and this is like Boise State, man, some of these careers, these guys, I got to tip my cap. They won't die. Not one. Jeremy McNichols, great. Hopefully he makes the squad in DC, but Alexander Madison, he's having a terrific camp in Miami for the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel talking about him and how he wants to use him and how spectacular he is on the goal line. And looks like Alexander might carve out another role. If George Holani makes the team too, how many running backs from Boise State currently in the NFL right now at the same time? That's really impressive, BJ. And if you count Avery Williams as a running back, which his roster, his last employer did, like you'd have 5 running backs from Boise State in the league right now? I mean, outside of some mega power programs, find me a couple of schools that can raise their hand and say, oh, yeah, we got 5 running backs over here, Cy Young winners over here. You know, like you can't find that. Like that'd be pretty cool for Boise State to hang its hat on that.
Undisputed RBU is what AP says. Brandon wants to know if is Tank Lawrence playing tonight?
I'm not sure. I kind of hope not, right? I mean, you don't want your 10-plus year veteran who's having a terrific camp, multiple Pro Bowls. I don't think you need to see much in week 1, but if they feel differently, I'll trust them that they know what they're doing.
Johnny, I got my board right here. I got it when we were down at Circa for the Mountain West Media Days, and this is the NFL schedule right here. I was already looking at week one for the Survivor contest. And again, $21 million on the line. Hope you can join us in 2 weeks for the contest weekend. But if you can't, we can help sign you up while we're down there using our proxy. Tom Carroll is 100% legal to play anywhere in the world as long as you have somebody sign you up in Las Vegas. But $15 million on the line in Survivor, and then you have $6 million on the line in Millions, and it's from our friends at Circa Resort and Casino. We'd love to sign you up. Let us know if you're interested. But Johnny, I was looking at week 1 now. 2 years ago when I entered this, I made it to like week 11. I was starting to sweat a little bit. I mean, it went from the 6,000 something people down to like 400 or 500, and I was starting to, think about what I was going to do with my money. And then the Denver Broncos went into Buffalo and won on Monday Night Football with your guy Russell Wilson at quarterback and screwed me out of the $6 million. Last year, week 1, didn't even make it out of week 1. We lost with the Cincinnati Bengals. They lost to the New England Patriots, who then went on to lose like 5-6 games in a row. The Patriots were like 1-5, and their one win was over the Bengals to knock out me in like half of the Survivor contest in week 1. I don't know if you've done your initial week 1 research. I don't know how much the preseason plays into that. But I was looking at some of the early games. I don't like the Thursday, Friday, Monday, Sunday night kind of I don't know why, but those are always weird games where stuff happens. But you do have the Eagles as 7-point favorites and then opener against the Cowboys. I was looking at the Arizona Cardinals -5.5, but on the road against your Saints there. Another one I was looking at potentially is the Washington Commanders, although I don't love wasting these good teams in week 1. They're hosting the Giants. They're -6.5 week 1. I could go back-to-back on the Bengals. Try again week 1. They're 5.5-point favorites, but they are on the road against the Cleveland Browns. I'm looking at some other games here. Denver Broncos are -8 against the Tennessee Titans. But the strategy week 1 of NFL Survivor, it's do you play the long game or do you just survive week 1, survive the first couple weeks, all the upsets, pick the easy winner and just move on? After last year, Johnny, losing week 1 with both my entries, I may just take even if it's a team I don't want to burn early on, I may just do it and try to get past the first week this year.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking Survivor week 1. I like this. I took the Bengals last year because I thought a couple of things. One, there's no freaking way in hell they're going 0-2 again. Just won't happen. No. 2, they're playing Gerard Mayo. Talk about an NFL coach that had no business being such. Okay, easy peasy. Nope. Half of the survivors in the world last week were done week 1. Having said that, man, Joe Burrow this year, is it going to be different week 1? I want to say I think so, but is this the definition of insanity?
Yeah.
Also, Cleveland, if it's not Flacco, how do you not bet Joe Burrow versus Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, or Kenny Pickett? I know the game's in Cleveland, though. That could scare you.
Yeah,
some people in Survivor say never bet a road team, no matter what.
Yep.
Never bet a road team. In the history of that league, the home team wins like 53% of the time. Period. End of story. Don't bet a road team. I never take that advice either. One thing you can do, though, like find a crappy team like the Patriots or whatever and just ride them for a while. Just bet whoever their opponent is. A lot of people think, well, I'm going to pick the best teams. No, man, pick against the worst teams.
Yep.
I should try that more and take my own advice. But I suck at Survivor. So
I did that 2 years ago. I think the first 3 or 4 weeks I bet against the New York Giants, and it worked out pretty well. But yes, Linda's asking. I thought this was a Bronco show. Yeah, we're talking NFL preseason because of Ashton Genty and Boise State guys starting tonight. But Johnny, yes, we do have a scrimmage today that I want to discuss here. Boise State scrimmage number 1 on tap for about 2.5 hours from now. We'll do that in just a second as we get you set for the Boise State scrimmage today. But you're watching a free show here on YouTube, courtesy of our sponsors, including our title sponsor, Andy Rowe and RowePaint.com. All your painting needs, whether it's those concrete coatings, interior, exterior painting, all your painting needs, hit up the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics, our title sponsor. There would be no BNN without Andy Rowe and RowePaint.com. Hit them up, RowePaint.com. Hey, Taco Bell, Treasure Valley Taco Bell location. We appreciate Esto and management, the Nicolason family. TacoBellWorks.com is their website. You can get more information on their charitable giving efforts. They've donated more than $400,000 to student-athlete scholarships at Boise State, and they're doing some other great things in the community. So get more information. Go visit a Taco Bell location, Treasure Valley Taco Bell, and if you're looking for a job, they're hiring as well. More information, TacoBellWorks.com. I mentioned the 50th anniversary of Jackson's. We got some cool things we'll be telling you about, the trading cards and things coming forward. But today, a 1-liter core water, a Monster Java 15-ounce, a Starburst regular size, or a Jackson's lighter. Those are among the things that are only 50 cents today at Jackson's, courtesy of Jackson's in their 50th birthday. Cheers to 50 years. Score daily deals with Let's Go Rewards all week. And I mentioned tomorrow they have some huge alcohol sales as well. Make sure you check out our friends at Jackson's. Hey, Snake River Pool and Spa, Patio and Game. Locations in Twin Falls, Boise, Meridian, Nampa. They've been around since 1978. They're part of the Boise State home team. You can check them out online at thespateam.com, whether it's a sauna, whether it's a pool table, a dartboard, whether it's spa for the back patio. They got you covered online at thespateam.com. Hey, Tuesday next week, the Blue and Orange store will be at the new location right there inside the Hall of Fame, the Blue and Orange store at Boise State. Normal business hours of the Hall of Fame. You can go check them out. Travis Hawks and company have done it again. Tremendous spot there. Great use of the space. And now whenever you go down to campus or you go down to look at the Blue, the Hall of Fame right there has you covered with the Blue and Orange store. Their second location. You obviously can visit the one at the mall and online as well. Online, anywhere in the world at the Blue and Orange store.com. Latrell Caples, he'll be out there today at the scrimmage. The fall kickoff sale from Lithia Ford of Boise online, lithiafordboise.com. The fall kickoff sale is underway. So, Johnny, we were talking to our man, Jim Sturk from Lithia last week at practice. Always enjoy seeing Jim out there and all of our friends and our sponsors. But Lithia Ford of Boise, they're taking care on the NIL game with Cage Casey, Latrell Caples, a lot of different student athletes, Roger Carrion. So next time you're looking for that car or truck, make it at Lithia Ford of Boise. And Johnny, I don't have the new graphic yet, so I just gave him a little logo there in the corner of the screen. But ICCU, speaking of NIL game, they've signed 7 student athletes at Boise State: Pearson Carmichael, Maddox Madsen, Latrell Caples, Cage Casey, some others. ICCU is now back on board as a sponsor with Boise State and with Learfield. So congrats to ICCU. You'll be seeing their logo around the stadium, around Extra Mile Arena again. And they've also stepped up. Tyson was first. Now they have 7 student athletes at Boise State on NIL deals from ICCU. So part of the deal is they all have to make an appearance on our show. So we'll be getting them on for one-on-one interviews at some point. They'll be doing some other things. But ICCU, appreciate the whole crew over there for what they're doing for BNN and stepping up. And NIL, ICCU, who would have thought it? 7 student athletes there, and we appreciate their support of Bronco Nation News. All right, Johnny, I put it in the chat today. Whoever wants to vote in the poll, they can go do that right now. I'm checking the update. We're over 100 votes. I said, which position are you most interested in for today's scrimmage? Running backs, wide receivers, defensive line, special teams. Over half the votes, 53% of the votes for wide receivers as the position that folks want to hear the most from or be interested in most for today's scrimmage. Running backs and defensive line are tied at 21%, and then only 5% care about the kicker or punter at special teams. But wide receiver, Johnny, obviously somebody asked about the scrimmage. It is closed today. We will not be able to watch the scrimmage today. But we will be able to hear from Spencer Danielson. He is meeting with the media around 2:30 today. So after the scrimmage, Spencer will give us some of the updates. We may get, so I don't know if they're going to release stats from the scrimmage or not. I don't know how that works in the fall, but
They usually do, though. I mean, right? They usually give us a few stats.
I can't remember if it's spring, a spring scrimmage is a little different than a fall scrimmage, but yeah, we'll probably get some stats.
That's true.
And will they release the seating chart, aka depth chart? No, that they won't have a depth chart, Johnny, till the game notes for week one, probably, right? Yeah, against South Florida. But we will talk to Spencer after the scrimmage. We'll get some thoughts from him. What in terms of wide receivers, that's obviously a big storyline. Where else are you looking in terms of what you want to hear from Spencer today?
I'll start. I guess I would like to see the defensive line. Like, how are they going to work against the first team offensive line? If I'm watching this scrimmage, I just want to see up front. Who's going to win the battle of the line of scrimmage? Because I think the offensive line is getting a lot more publicity or praise right now than the interior defensive line. So I'd like to see how that matchup plays out. And then I'm interested in receiver 2. I'm interested in receiver 3. When they go to, let's say guys, when they go to 11 personnel, that's 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers for them. Okay. When they're in 11, who's going to be the third receiver? We all think it's going to be Latrell and Chris Marshall, all things considered, and things are playing out. Who's the third? And it's a pretty serious competition right now. We've seen Ben Ford out there with significant first-team snaps, and he's having a terrific fall camp. There's a bunch of freshmen who are just or JC transfers, first-year players, who are just trying to go out there and make plays and show that they can survive in that type of role. And then there's, veterans like guys like Chase Penry. When's it going to be my time? Like Ben Ford saying as well. I want to see how they're going to work that out. Plus also, I mean, with the way we see these tight ends playing, like, how are you not going to want Matt Wagner on the field plenty? Like, there's going to be a lot of 12 personnel, I think, too, where they're going to have Lauder and Wagner out there because they like them, and they're going to be, those are nasty, physical tight ends, guys, that Boise State has that certainly if you're a defensive back or even an outside linebacker, you don't want to tussle with Matt Wagner or Matt Lauder in the running game. So I guess I just want to see how the offense operates from a personnel standpoint there too. There's a couple nuggets, hopefully, that'll work for you, BJ.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Everything you said, I think, makes a lot of sense. I mean, the wide receiver position certainly is getting a lot of talk, and guys like Quentin Brown, he's shown up in practice. Can he show up in a scrimmage and make some plays, when it counts and the lights are on, so to speak, today in the scrimmage? Some of these other guys, freshmen, younger guys, Chris Marshall, again, is he, we see him in a scrimmage situation. What's he look like? Is he putting up numbers? I mean, like you said, these are guys that have done it. What I want to see, Johnny, is guys that we've noticed do it in practice. Do we hear that they did it in the scrimmage? That's a big deal in terms of continuing this momentum and building and staying healthy and staying out there. Chris Marshall, Johnny, we both believe you might be the biggest, Chris Marshall fan in Boise. But I believe that we think that if he's healthy and he stays out there, there's no reason why he shouldn't have a 50 catch type season if he plays in 14 games this year. We watch him in practice and he just literally dominates every single rep. I finally saw his first drop. By the way, Johnny, his first drop of fall camp, the ball went right through his hands, and it led to an interception. I believe it was Demetrius Freeney, the Arizona transfer. That was the evening practice when you guys were on the air the other day, so you couldn't make it out there. I forget what day that was, but so they had an evening practice, and there was one that finally went through his hands and got picked off, but that was the only drop I've seen. When the ball's thrown his direction, he's going to catch it. He's unstoppable in the red zone down there at the goal line in those one-on-one drills with the fade route. I really believe Chris Marshall could have a special season, and I know we're not trying to hype him up and get to whatever, but we're at scrimmage 1 today, Johnny. We're 8-9 days in, and he's been out there every practice so far. That's be one of the biggest positives of camp to this point is Chris Marshall. And if he can do it in the scrimmage, we find out, Chris Marshall had 2 touchdowns, or Chris Marshall had 5 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. Anything Chris Marshall related coming out of Spencer Danielson's mouth today will be a huge encouraging sign for me.
That'd be great, huh? Or they got some work in the red zone, like what we say, where he absolutely is completely and totally unstoppable. It's the balance It's the technique, it's the size, it's the strength, it's the skill. Like, it's almost like a basketball post up. What Chris Marshall is able to do in the front corner pylon of the end zone on these defensive backs, and he's covered, but it doesn't matter. I mean, in the NFL, you gotta throw people open, and major college ball as well. Like, that is open at that level. And Mad Dog and Marshall have a really good back and forth. That's just been a huge thing, because you were thinking maybe Boise State goes into this year without like the complete and total badass, and at least like a Khalil Shakir or a Genti, or at least the dude is going to the NFL and beyond. And now you're like, okay, that's Chris Marshall, probably Malik Sherrod, could be Sire, could be to Lauder. Like, okay, Cage Casey. Oh, there's like 5 or 6 badasses walking around on this offense. Okay, maybe they have something here. So, yeah, you would love to hear Chris Marshall doing well. And the running backs as well. And I want to throw in Cam Bates in that receiver mix too. His name slipped my mind, but he's right in the mix too.
Yeah. Let's see. Sky says he's not going to believe till he sees it at Raymond James Stadium for Chris Marshall.
Yeah. Good advice. Good thing. Because I'm thinking right now, like, all of a sudden, are fans going to say Chris Marshall's having a disappointing year if after the first month he has, let's say, 4 games in, he has 14 catches for 1 touchdown and 170 yards and they're winning? Like, I hope it doesn't come to that, because maybe it will be my fault for sitting here and telling people on airwaves in this channel how wonderful he's doing, and then it doesn't happen. Remember Jeremiah Irby last year at the beginning of the year? We were kind of like, I don't know. He was good in practice, but I know he's getting beat, but he recovered and ended up getting better as the season went on for Jeremiah Irby. But I don't know if that's going to be the case, because Chris Marshall could be doing just fine, being out there, being a productive player. But if it's not through the roof stats, people might be like, hey, what's going on out here? Is everything okay? And yeah, everything should be okay. And we'll see how they do running the ball, because I still feel like this offense is going to attempt at least to be a running outfit first and foremost.
Yeah, I want to hear about the offensive line. I mean, we heard a couple of guys banged up going into camp. Obviously, some returning starters coming back, but I'm curious where the offensive line is at in that running game too, because Breezy Dubar, I mean, it was confirmed by James Montgomery yesterday. Obviously, Johnny, he hasn't been out there other than that first practice. So he did say it sounds like he hopes he's getting close, but he also admitted, Johnny, like, tough deal for Breezy. Like, he needs these reps, and other guys are getting these reps, and other guys are pushing ahead of him, and he's going to have to build himself back up. So, I mean, I was kind of reading between the lines there, but it sounds like it's going to be tough for, at least early on for Breezy to, he's got to work his way to get back in that mix there. So not to say he can't and that he won't, but I don't know what you took from James Montgomery, but when I asked him about Breezy Dubar, he definitely made it seem like a tough situation for him, a guy that needs these reps and needs to be out there, and he's not out there right now.
I'm not really sure, and you can just kind of talk to me on the fly with this one, but I don't know all what we can say regarding
we can say simply that in the open portions of practice, the portions of practice that are open to the media, the first day we saw him out there, and since then we have not seen him out there. He is on the sidelines. He is at practice. We're allowed to say that, but he has not been participating in practice since the first day. And I think that's where we have to leave it at. But I mean, James Montgomery was pretty open about it yesterday, talking about him not being out there, and they need to get him back up to speed. So, I mean, you can infer with that how you want and put 2 and 2 together on why he's not practicing. But James Montgomery, I thought yesterday was pretty open about it.
Breezy's a tough spot, man. Like 87 career carries, 434 yards. That's 5 yards a pop for this kid. He's been impressive when you've got to see him, Bronco Nation. But, dude, 25 carries last year. It's like you didn't even get a chance to really see him. The year before, 63 carries, and you were like, dude, okay, you got something here. Had some good moments there, did Breezy. This year, I'm starting to think right now, like, I'm not expecting him week 1. No, I don't think. I mean, he hasn't. He's been there 1 day. I'm not expecting him week 1. He needs to get healthy. He has. I hate saying this. He has not redshirted. Okay, he's played 12 games and 7 games. He has a red shirt, and I don't know if that's even on the table for the kid, but it does. It's very unfortunate for him because he wants it bad. He's got goals. He's hungry. We've talked to him. He's a good kid. He works his ass off. And then day one, like, wait, what? I don't get to play anymore, and I got to do this now and treatment, and I'm not ready. I can't be out there with my guys and on a good running backfield, like J-Mo said. Like, at some point, out of sight, out of mind, man. Like, we got to move on here, and you have Sire, Malik, and Dylan Riley, who are all very, very capable, and Greg Ard looks exactly like a prototypical Boise State back, right? Greg Ard looks like a freaking beast, dude, and he's a teenager. I don't know where they find these kids. So, yeah, Breezy right now, BJ, no question. I hate to say it because I love the kid, but he's the odd man out, and I don't know what the hell they're going to do with him at this point unless he's, like, healthy today and he can play on Monday and he's back, then maybe. But as for now, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on this too, I'm not expecting Breezy week 1.
Yeah, I mean, if we're saying we've been at practice the last couple, we weren't there obviously yesterday. We're not going to be there today, but as of 2 days ago, in the open portions of practice, he was not participating. So yeah, with what it takes to build back up or whatever it is. I mean, every day you get closer is one day that you find it harder to believe he will be ready week 1. And that's why the Malik Sherrod addition was even bigger than we thought at the time. Bringing him in with what he can at the time, I thought, okay, special teams guy, why would he want to come here? He's no higher than 3rd on the depth chart, maybe 4th. I still think there's a chance. I mean, we're seeing Sire back out there now, but I still think there's a chance that Malik Sherrod could get the first carry of the season. I mean, down there in South Florida. I mean, he's certainly going to be in the mix, to get significant action. So I think Malik Sherrod's going to have a major role in offense. And where would they be right now if they didn't have him? If you had Gaines coming off his deal and then,
Dylan Riley
is kind of what you had at this point. I mean, this is going to that's going to turn out to be a huge pickup. And as Sky says, blessed to have J-Mo on the coaching staff. Such a good dude. No wonder the best running back in the country want to come there and train with him. So yeah, Sky, totally agree with you there, and always enjoy catching up with James Montgomery. Nathan Carroll had a bold prediction, Johnny, that I want to get your take on before we get out of here in just a second. But first, Bauscher Real Estate. Matt Bauscher, we bought our home with Matt. We sold our home with Matt. Kelly, the whole crew there did a tremendous job helping us out last summer. BauscherRealEstate.com, #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. I promise you, I know everybody knows a couple of realtors in town, friends, family. If you want someone that's going to fight for you and someone that's part of the Boise State home team, that's Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com, 13 locations in the state of Idaho, surrounding states as well. Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. Hey, if you're looking for a job, Transportation Compliance Service can help you get into the trucking industry every step of the way. Transportation Compliance Service online, transcomservice.com. DOT, overweight, everything you need to get in the trucking industry. It's a local company helping out folks all over the world. Online at transcomservice.com. Hey, if you want to leave us a voicemail, speakpipe.com/BNN, speakpipe.com/BNN. You can do it from your phone, your tablet, your computer. Leave us a voicemail. We'll play it on an upcoming show brought to you by Signature Roofing. Online, mysignatureroofing.com. Whether it's a re-roof, a repair, an estimate, and inspection, they got you covered online at mysignatureroofing.com. Hey, Johnny, we are pumped to announce Uncle Bob's Pizza is going to be the official spot for away game watch parties. BNN, we'll have the crew there, and we're going to have a lot of fun. They're giving you $1 off draft beers, all kinds of specials and things. If you are a paid subscriber, we'll have giveaways and special discounts for you as well. If you show us that you're a paid subscriber at BNN, that first game, I know it's a 3:30 game against South Florida, kind of weird, but it is 3 weeks, Johnny, believe it or not. 3 weeks from today is that season opener against South Florida. And our man Chris Van Sickle, our man Nathan Carroll, and how about a former player in the fold as well, Michael Callahan. The three of them are going to be live for the BNN postgame show, kicking it off right there at Uncle Bob's Pizza while I'm on the field getting my interviews and doing things. The first hour or so of the BNN postgame show from the South Florida game is going to be Chris, Nathan, and Mike Callahan live from Uncle Bob's. So hope you'll join us. Uncle Bob's Pizza in Meridian. Great pizza. We'll have some giveaways, some prizes. They're going to raffle off a $100 gift card, I believe, at halftime after the game as well. So Uncle Bob's Pizza, we'll see you there for the season opener against South Florida. Make plans now. Bring the family. Come hang out with the BNN crew, and it's going to be a lot of fun there. The season opener coming up 3 weeks from today. I did want to throw in quickly, there's been some speculation, Johnny, I don't know if you've seen on social media, Jalen Clark a defensive back that had left the team. There was some legal issues going on. He made some posts yesterday. He actually took a recruiting visit. I saw him at the game. It just happened to be the game that Boise State played New Mexico at New Mexico. Jalen Clark went down there. Jason Eck had him down for a visit in January. Something happened to where he was too far along for his degree or something where they couldn't get the transfer to work there at New Mexico. And he was cleared of all the charges. I believe he was found not guilty, and the charges went away. And so there are no legal pending matters with Jalen Clark, but I did poke around on that. It turns out the only Division I school he's eligible to play at is Boise State. It's a tough situation for him, but the only school he's eligible at because of where he is for his degree. And I think he's still enrolled or re-enrolled at Boise State. There's just some weird paperwork involved. But Jalen Clark, if he wanted to play Division I football, which he certainly does, if he was able to, it would have to be at Boise State. But my understanding is Boise State just wasn't the right fit for them. Don't have a spot right now, or just that's not something at this point in camp they wanted to entertain. So Jalen Clark, if he wants to play football this year, or if he's able to, I don't know why I'm saying that. He wants to play. He wanted to come back to Boise State. They can't make it work. It's going to have to be at the lower level. So Division II, NAIA, I believe, for his last year here. And he obviously has goals of wanting to get to the NFL and the league. And for whatever reason, he did reach back out, sounds like, but it was not an option for him to come back to Boise State. And that's where he would have had to go to play Division I football. So he originally had a couple of posts on Twitter. I don't know if you saw those, Johnny. Folks were kind of speculating that he might be coming back. That's an unfortunate situation. It is not happening. Jalen Clark will not be coming back to Boise State, even though he wanted to. But speaking of defensive backs, Johnny, last thing for you real quick. Nathan Carroll, he's doing 5 bold predictions, and he's got today's bold prediction number 2. Amarion McCoy will lead the Mountain West in interceptions this year. What's your take on Amarion McCoy possibly leading the Mountain West in interceptions? He had 11 pass breakups last year, which I believe was second in the country for a cornerback. Only had 2 interceptions, I believe, but he called it maybe a little bit of bad luck. I think he only had 1, actually. 11 pass breakups, 1 interception last year. He did drop 3 interceptions, so he could have had 4. Was all around the ball, though. As I said, 11 pass breakups, second most in the nation. He's back this year. What do you make of the bold prediction? Amarion McCoy will lead the Mountain West in picks.
I don't know. I mean, are they going to you got to throw to a guy a lot to get 11 PBUs. Good for him on that stat. I don't know if that's because they were throwing on him a lot. Interceptions are weird because DBs can't catch. I don't really know what else to say on it. No, ask any DB in America how many picks they should have had the year before. Every single one of them that starts and stuff will tell you they should have led the nation in picks because they dropped however many. DBs can't catch. So I don't know. Hopefully Amarion McCoy will hold on to the rock this year. Heck, if he would have caught all those, like you said, last year, he would have been at the top of the league right there. Boise State's leading interceptor last year had 2. This is not a defense that gets interceptions for whatever the reason be. I mean, you got to go back to the year. I think it was Dante Dion and Darian Thompson. Those guys got picks, man. Those dudes caught the ball when it came their direction. This unit hasn't been able to. Hopefully this year they do, and then sure, Amarion McCoy could lead the league in interceptions there. Sure.
Yeah, I think we'll
that's the wall. Don't drop it.
Yep. Bold prediction number 2. You can go read more at BroncoNationNews.com. You can read Nathan's article as to what the numbers say and why he believes that. But his first prediction, 2 running backs with 1,000 yards from scrimmage this year. His second is now that Amarion McCoy will lead the Mountain West in interceptions. And you can go read that right now at BroncoNationNews.com. Go subscribe and appreciate it, Johnny. Of all the 100+ networks on the 247 Sports family, Bronco Nation News top 20 since fall camp started in subscriptions. And so we appreciate everyone that has stepped up and subscribed to the all-new BroncoNationNews.com as part of the 247 Sports Network. So $5 a month. You can do it right now. You get 50% off. It's only $5 a month, BroncoNationNews.com. Johnny, I know today, 3 to 6, you and Prater Bob will be all over the Spencer Danielson press conference today, and you'll be all over scrimmage number 1.
Yep. See everybody at 3 o'clock on Idaho Sports Talk. Preview some NFL preseason tonight. Obviously, Ashton Genty on Channel 6 tonight. Raiders at Seahawks preseason, 8 p.m. Mountain Time kickoff. We'll see what Genty can do. See if they play him or not.
Linda says, I hope our DBs are listening to Johnny and decide to
They
prove him
aren't.
wrong.
They're working right now. They're busy. They have other things to do, Linda, and they shouldn't listen to me either. But Mario McCoy even admitted it. He dropped 4 last year. They know it. They just need to hold on to the ball, Linda.
2:45. Spencer Danielson talks today, and you can hear it. Johnny and Prater, 3 o'clock, Idaho Sports Talk. They'll get you set for the NFL games. They'll have you hear Spencer Danielson audio, so don't miss 3 to 6. Johnny and Prater today, and we'll have that video posted to the BNN YouTube channel shortly afterwards. Johnny, appreciate you, man.
Thanks, guys.
Again, 3 o'clock today. You can listen to them. We'll have that video up on the YouTube channel, Bronco Nation News YouTube channel. You can watch that right after it's done. So he's talking between 2:30, 2:45. We'll get that up probably at 3 o'clock or so. As soon as he's done talking, I'll get that thing on YouTube as fast as we can. So make sure you check that out on the YouTube channel. We'll get that posted. And as I said, you can definitely get all the Boise State fall camp coverage, BroncoNationNews.com. Go subscribe if you can. $5 a month to get access to all of our exclusive content, daily practice observations, recruiting coverage. Perfect time to jump on board. We're top 20 right now. We're trying to move up the list in terms of the response from Bronco Nation here in terms of subscriptions and things. So appreciate all of you guys that have already subscribed and been a part of our climb, here at the all-new 247 Sports partnership with Bronco Nation News. But if you're able to join us, we would love to have you subscribe and join us and get coverage like you will from Spencer Danielson's press conference. I'll have my takeaways and things up for subscribers in the message boards a little bit later after he's done talking. But one more reminder, 3 weeks from today, make plans now, spread the word. Join us for the official BNN watch party for the season opener, 3:30 kickoff. We'll be broadcasting the post-game show live. They'll even do a little halftime thing. You can hang out and watch that, maybe give your thoughts, come on the show after the game. Beer specials, food specials. If you're a paying subscriber, we may even buy your first beer or give you some other discount. We're working on finalizing those details. But hope you make plans right now. Uncle Bob's, tremendous pizza, awesome spot. Pumped to partner with them for the football season here. We'll be there for the away games, and it starts with the game on the 28th at 3:30, the season opener. Michael Callahan is going to be there, so you can hang out and watch the game with Mike, and he's going to give his thoughts on the post-game show as well. So looking forward to having everybody at Uncle Bob's Pizza for the season opener watch party for the season opener, 3:30, and that is 3 weeks from today. So appreciate you guys. By the way, go check out tuddyfb.com. I'm wearing that hat. It says Tuddy. It doesn't say anything else. It's tuddyfb.com. They got awesome college football gear and some great stuff. Touchdowns deserve style, lifestyle for the legendary, and they've got a whole clothing line, I guess, related around college football and TD and Tuddy. So you want to get ready for the college football season. They got different colors, teams, some cool rope hats, sweatshirts, all kinds of cool stuff. tuddyfb.com is the website you can check out to get your gear from Tuddy, and we appreciate them. And you're supporting a local fellow as well in our friend Kerry Pruitt, who runs Western Collective and the brewery there as well. This is kind of his side project, tuddyfootball.com. So scrimmage 1, Spencer Danielson, he's going to talk at 2:30 after the scrimmage. We'll get all the coverage up on BroncoNationNews.com, the Bronco Nation News message board. So go subscribe. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you from Boise State, Spencer Danielson, later this afternoon on the all-new 247 partnership, BroncoNationNews.com. We'll see you in the message boards probably here shortly. I love getting in there, and as Chris and Nathan do, so jump in now, get some comments going, get some threads going. We'll jump in there with you and hang out and chat, and looking forward to doing that here in the message boards shortly. And then, like I said, 2:30. Around 2:30, 2:45, Spencer Danielson will talk, and we'll get his thoughts and comments and get that full video up on our YouTube channel this afternoon as well. So appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And congrats to Jay Tust, by the way. Shout out Jay Tust. We'll talk to you guys later. Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. It's the best time to trade in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV with a room to haul your payload or playload. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, RowPaint.com. Our major sponsors, Idaho Central Credit Union, Taco Bell, Lithia Ford, the Blue and Orange Store, Jackson's, and our contributing sponsors, Signature Roofing, Western Collective, Snake River Pool and Spa, Transportation Compliance Service, Boucher Real Estate, Ridley's Family Markets, Circa Las Vegas, Lean Feast, and Timberstone Golf Course.